In Helldivers 2, there are so many
dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die.
Obviously, old age is the most humiliating death for any Helldiver, but here's 15 more embarrassing ways to give your life for liberty. If you're feeling patriotic during this video, make sure to liberate that like button. However, managed democracy waits for no man. So let's dive right on into it, starting with number 15. This has got to be the most treacherous way to lose a Helldiver. While abandoning a mission will result in swift execution, only true heroes can deliver final judgment if they see a squadmate trying to hug a bug. Yet, if you can't get to them before the enemy, the Terminids will tear them to shreds. Only Helldivers hug you back, and don't you forget it. Trying to make peace with the enemies of managed democracy is a fruitless endeavor. Anyone even considering this should be reported to the Thought Police. And the only time this is remotely acceptable is in an attempt to lure the enemies of mankind into a false sense of security before you drop a bomb on them. Number 14. Have you ever tried to throw a grenade, but instead you threw the pin? I know this isn't just me. Almost every friend that I have brought into this game dies on their first mission by cooking a grenade for too long, and it is truly a dumb way to die. Number 13. Fighting for your life against an onslaught of enemies is a truly chaotic experience. Threats are assessed in a fraction of a second, and it is easy to make the mistake of not worrying about that bug without a head. However, brood commanders will still try to shove you down their gullet by instinct. Even if you are aware of it, they can manage to get you out of sheer dumb luck. Number 12. This one happens more than I would like to admit. Nothing excites me more than an explosion. I mean, they're just so democratic. Yet, there is a reason that cool guys don't look at explosions. They turn their back and they put distance between themselves and that boom. Number 11 is one of the funniest. You see, Eagle 1 never misses, except for when it does. I bet you we've all seen someone laying on a plateau, overlooking where we called in that 500-kilogram bomb, waiting for it to drop, and
no! God, please, no! No!
That is a high-risk, high-reward firework. But damn is it beautiful when it hits. Number 10. This one hurts your pride a little bit more. Diving out of the way of lasers and bugs isn't a part of any Helldiver's basic training, but it is an instinct that we all have acquired. Dodging and ducking is a great way to stay alive, until you land on your back wrong. Fall damage doesn't deal a lot of damage, but pride often comes before the fall. If you're overconfident, it will be the last damage you can take. Number 9. In case you didn't know, you can take down the automatons dropships and they deal damage to everything underneath them. This includes Helldivers. Losing your life to a dropship dropping on you out of the blue is not a satisfying feeling. But while we're talking about random deaths from the bots, number 8 is a random rocket. Yeah, it's that damn quick. This is actually the winner of my poll from last week. But I think there are some dumber ways to die. For example, number 7. Most Helldivers only receive 15 minutes of training, so here's a tip for all of you. Don't shoot your friends. Make sure you are aware of other people in your vicinity, and don't try to predict their moves. You want to be sure that you know what their intentions are before spraying and praying, or else there will be one fewer freedom fighter. Trigger discipline is much harder to maintain when somebody is trying to kill you. Number 6. No one wants to be remembered as a coward or a traitor, and Super Earth will spare no expense to purge them from our ranks in the super forces. This reckless fury may result in the deaths of a few who were still loyal. Yet, this risk we must take. On occasion, some Helldivers are blown out of bounds before they are pummeled by their own super destroyer. The crewmates who loaded these rounds can sleep soundly knowing that that Helldiver would have preferred to die if the alternative is that he would be unable to accomplish his mission. Number 5. More forces are always needed on the battlefronts, but some patriots are so eager for them that they will deploy divers directly into the thick of it. You are a Helldiver after all, but one of the most crushing deaths is dying seconds after you are deployed. You step out of that hell pod and are immediately on fire or being swarmed by bugs. That Helldiver didn't even have a chance to be a hero. Make sure that you utilize those reinforcements better and throw them somewhere where they can make a difference. Number 4, chargers are a lot more common now, especially those behemoth chargers. However, becoming a matador is easy, and once it's perfected, chargers are a breeze. When you see them coming. When you don't see them coming, they will fling you out of formation if they don't downright obliterate you. The charger that you didn't see coming is one of the most disappointing ways to die. The next Terminid is the absolute worst one of them. Number 3, stalkers can easily sneak up on you and take you out. Because of their cowardice, getting whipped to shreds by their tongue is a noble death. Yet their younger cousin, the hunter, can slow you down to a crawl. There aren't many worse feelings than almost getting away from that horde, but then one of these little grasshoppers outmaneuvered you and pricks you with its sharp claws, and you are slowed down just enough for a cacophony of democracy-hating parasites to rip you to shreds. Whenever I come across a horde, I always prioritize hunters because they will coordinate with one another to flank you, which leads me to believe they're one of the more intelligent bugs in the hive, and being outthunk by an insect is definitely a dumb way to die. Number 2 is the slowest way to make the ultimate sacrifice. After defeating the seemingly endless waves of those who hate freedom, I have found myself bloody and bleeding. However, without a stim, we are incapable of stopping that bleeding. Slowly bleeding to death is the most agonizing death of any Helldiver, and it tugs at the heartstrings. Yet, no Helldiver deserves to go out like this. You can help by spending your spare cash today. With a strong economy, Super Earth can afford to give all Helldivers an unlimited amount of stims for life.
This ad was sponsored by PharmaCorp.
And finally, number 1. The dumbest way to die can only be found in the missions while fighting the automatons. A lot of people believe that they are the hardest enemy in the game and the largest threat to the galaxy, but I have to disagree. If you know what you're doing, you can hunker down and hold off their waves until it's clear to advance. Yet, there is a single one of them that can throw a wrench into this plan. Good old chainsaw hands. They can spook you so badly that you might just trip over some barbed wire. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for more like it. And here's some content of mine that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. Like, comment, and all those things I'm supposed to say, but mostly I just hope that you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.